So this is a famous picture of James Harden. I think we've all seen it at this point. What I don't think you know is he was actually asked in this picture by a reporter, which club did he attend last night while in Houston? All right. Look, I kid James Harden, but the stories about James Harden and his clubbing, if you will, in Houston are absolutely legendary. But that is not the topic for today's show. It is all about Jaylen Green and what the heck is going on with Jaylen Green. What happened? Why is Jaylen Green suddenly playing significantly better than he was before? That is the topic on the underrated NBA show. Hey, listen, we are a small channel, hoping to be big someday. So if you have a chance, go ahead and subscribe and, of course, comment. Now, Jaylen Green and the Houston Rockets have, of course, been on fire. At this point, they've won 11 games in a row. In a couple hours later today, they go up they'll be at home going up against the Dallas Mavericks, which is also an extremely hot team in the NBA. It should be a great game, and quite frankly, it is going to be a tough game for the Houston Rockets to win. But at this point, I don't think we should put anything by the Houston Rockets and Jaylen Green. Now, if you look at Jaylen Green historically throughout his 3-year career in the association, in year one, he averaged like 17. In his sophomore year, he got it all the way up to 22 points a game. And I thought entering this season, we were going to see a leap even further into the future where he was going to average around 25 points a game. I thought that's where we were heading with Jaylen Green. And we sort of ended up in a world where we got something between what he did in his sophomore year and something that he did in his rookie season. In other words, Jaylen Green, at least on paper, appeared to regress. He also seemed to be in the coach's doghouse for some strange reason, just like D'Lo. Like, I'd watch D'Lo play for the Los Angeles Lakers early in the season, and I'd wonder, why isn't D'Lo playing in the fourth quarter? Same thing can be said about Jaylen Green. There were times I was like, why isn't he on the court? Now, we know that the Houston Rockets have had some major injuries of recent note, and that certainly has freed things up, if you will, to potentially give a player like a Jaylen Green more time to play on the court. And that, my friends, is exactly what has happened. Now, Jaylen Green, over the last 10 games during this actual winning streak, Jaylen Green has averaged over 30 points a game, which is phenomenal because his regular season average for this year is just 20 points a game. So he's averaging 10 more points a game. He's averaging 7.1 rebounds and 4 assists. This is in the last 2 games. For the season, he has been averaging just over 31 minutes per game. The minutes are key. Now, it's what you do with those minutes that are, quite frankly, are even more important. But the minutes that a player gets in the NBA oftentimes lead to where they end up from of course, a statistical basis. Now, you could throw a guy like Andrew Wiggins out there for the entire game and not get more than 15 points. But if you throw Andrew Wiggins out for 22 games or for 22 minutes, you might end up with 15 points. So not every player is capable of playing more minutes. There's a sweet spot among minutes for players in the NBA. What has happened, though, with Jaylen Green, largely because of all of the injuries that they've had, he's gotten significantly more playing time. Remember, he was averaging about 31 minutes per game. Over the last 10 games, he's had some games where he's played 35 minutes, 37, 37, 36, 40, 33, 40, 46, and 39 minutes. Clearly, the Houston Rockets have given Jaylen Green some significant more playing time. Now, of course, they have those injuries, and Jaylen Green is certainly being plugged into those minutes. But not only is he being plugged in to play those extra minutes, Jaylen Green is actually delivering. So what the hell poked the bear? That's a big question. So what the hell went on that made Jaylen Green suddenly actually wake up and turn into the player that he's been over the last 10 games in the NBA? Now, some might say it had something to do with the leaking of the trade that apparently the Houston Rockets were trying to pull off a little earlier in the year with the dumb fellas in the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets, who turned him down. It was Bridges and a couple other players for Jaylen Green, and for some strange, bizarre reason, Sean Marks, the GM of the Nets, decided to not do the deal. That, my friends, I believe is the spark, if you will, that poked the bear that actually woke Jaylen Green up. Now, will he sustain this over a period of time, or is this simply just a short-term bump in what he's actually done in the association to this point?